Good morning, children. This is Neetu, ma'am. Let's start chapter number 6, Plants Around Us. So this is very interesting chapter because everybody loves plant, right? It's all about the plants. Okay. So today we are going to learn about different kinds of plants around us. Okay. Differentiates between the roots and shoots, so we will be able to know what are the different parts. Then we will be able to know that what are the roots and what are the shoot system. Okay, so below the land, below the soil, it's root system. Above the soil, it's shoot system. Okay, children, now list the various uses of plants, so we will be able to know what plant has what all uses. Recognizes plants from different places, and then we'll be able to recognize different plants found they are found at different places. Okay, now remembering skill. You have read about plants in class 2. Do you remember the different types of plants you see around? Name 2 each of the following types. Children, please write down the names of 2 trees, names of 2 shrubs, and names of 2 herbs. Okay. Trees very easy, big trees. Shrubs not very big, not very small, means the size of your mummy and your daddy, that height, and then herbs are very small, short heighted, half your height is herb. No, so you ask your parents, you'll be able to know. Now moving ahead, children, Aditya was walking through the garden eating an apple. When he finished eating, he threw away the core. Core means the central part, where the seeds are there. The central part with the seeds carelessly into the bushes. His sister Dia picked it up and planted it properly in the soil. She said, "Don't you know we can grow new plants from the seeds in a fruit?" Okay, so whatever fruits you eat and you get a seeds, if you get a seed, from that seed you can make a new plant. You can grow a new plant because plants grow from seeds. Inside the seeds there are baby plants. Okay, so Aditya was surprised. He had never thought so much about the plants around him. Dia said, "Why don't you take a walk with me and see all the different plants that grow in our own garden?" Okay. As you may have noticed, all these plants look different. Some are tall trees, while others are small bushy shrubs, and some gives us fruits to eat, while others don't. Yeah, because there are different plants in the garden, right? So here in the diagram, you can see this is a big tree. Okay, this is again a tree with the fruit. I think these are the fruits over here. Some are shrubs of this much height. Some have flowers. Yeah, and some plants do not have even flowers. See, these are the grasses sort of plants. So different types of plants are available around us. Okay, now let's move. Yet there are certain features that are common in most plants. Now this is very important, children. Okay, please underline. Plants can prepare their own food. Plants prepare their own food. Do they ask us? Do they ask you? Do they ask anybody? Make some food for us, make some food for us. No, we just give them water. If you remember, we only give them water. That's it. They make their food by their own. Okay, So with the help of water, then they take sunlight, then they take carbon dioxide, and together with the help of chlorophyll, green color plant which has the green colored pigment. So that chlorophyll also helps, it helps the sunlight, it helps the plant to trap the sunlight. So plants need sunlight, and without chlorophyll they won't be able to get the sunlight to make their food. So with the help of water, carbon dioxide and sunlight, and of course the some of the minerals they get, where they make their food. Okay, they make their own food. They are fixed at one place in the soil. This is a tragedy, no? In the rain, in the scorching heat, they have to be there in the sun. They have to stand in the sun. They have to face everything. Plants continue to grow throughout their lifetime. No, at our, like human being, they grow till a certain age. Then after that they start disintegrating. Means the age stops. We can't keep on growing. And how tall we will become? Don't you think so? After an age, we stop growing. So there are age, like, in the girls, like 16 to 18, after 18, people stop growing. Okay. So here we learnt about the three common features of the plants. So three common features of the plants are: plants can prepare their own food, they are fixed at one place in the soil, and plants continue to grow throughout their lifetime. Okay, these are the very important features, children. Okay, so let's move to the next page. Like animals and humans, plants are living beings. We can see many different kinds of plants around us. Some plants, such as trees, have strong trunk and stand erect. Erect means they stand straight, up, stand up. Others have weak stems and need a support of the other plants to rise. Plants have different shapes and sizes depending on the climate and other conditions. In fact, plants are not only found on land but in water as well. For example, what are the different plants which are found in the water, children? So they are, can you tell me? Lotus, yes, and water hyacinth. Okay, so lotus and water hyacinth, they grow in the water. Do you know more plants which grow in the water? If you know, please mention it, okay, after this video in the group. Okay, children, so why do the shape and the size of the plants depend on the climate? That we'll learn very nicely in the 6th standard also we'll learn, but now for now I'll tell you. Look at this plant. Suppose you're looking at this lotus flower. Okay, this is the lotus flower. The leaf of the plant, this flower, is so big and broad. Why? Because it depends on the climate and the surrounding. No, if it will be very small, how will it float? And how will it float? You see the lotus floating on the water, and there is a waxy coating over that, over the this thing, over the leaf, and there is inside of the, if you see the stem of this lotus, they have small no vacuums into it, which adds air to it, and it makes it light in weight so that it floats. Okay, and it has a waxy coating so that no water should retain on that. If you put little water on the leaf, it will fall down. It falls down, isn't it? So why? because it has to survive in the water, so it has to have a raincoat over that. So it's not a raincoat, it's just a plastic coating, waxy coating over that, provided by the nature. Okay, so the size and the shape of the, like in desert, you see the cactus, they don't need the they don't need a lot of water, right? So they have spines around them. Okay, children.